We need to talk about the silence. If you've been following Darcey and Stacey Silva on social media, you know that silence is something fans rarely witness. Filters, posts, selfies, dramatic captions, those are the norm. But real quiet, unfiltered moments? Almost never. And yet, if you look closely at the latest activity, or, more accurately, the lack of it, you'll notice something unusual. The twin life hashtags that used to dominate their posts have quietly disappeared. Supportive comments on each other's recent appearances are missing. Photos that once painted a picture of perfect sisterhood are gone. Not just hidden, but scrubbed. And this isn't a casual social media purge. This is a signal, a digital breadcrumb trail leading somewhere deeper. It all traces back to a late-night Instagram live that aired briefly, only to vanish moments later. Fans who caught it reported a shaky camera, a tense atmosphere, and an energy that didn't match the usual playful twin interactions. The background hinted at more than just a night in, packed bags, hurried movements, and an undertone of fear. What could have prompted such a rare and chaotic display? At TLC Uncovered, we believe there's more behind the surface than fans are being shown. Something is shifting in the dynamic between Darcey and Stacey, and the evidence, hidden in plain sight, paints a story that is darker than any on-screen drama. Before we dig deeper, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. TLC Uncovered is your only source diving into what TLC chooses to leave off camera. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden twin secrets and explore the moments TLC didn't want the world to see. To understand the full picture, we have to go back over the last 6 months. Officially, the twins' storyline is full of laughter, makeup transformations, and their typical feuds over love and lifestyle. But an unseen tension seems to have built quietly in the background, bubbling under the surface until it reached a breaking point. Fans may not realize it, but there's a pattern forming, a series of moves and subtle interactions that, when combined, suggest a complex game of strategy and rivalry. The small details matter, a deleted Instagram post here, a cryptic story there, an unusual pause in content, all pointing towards something larger. It's not about public fights or dramatic arguments captured by TLC cameras. It's about what happens when the cameras aren't rolling. The moments that viewers never see. The decisions that shape the twin empire behind closed doors. And the first clue lies in the behavior of their digital footprint. Social media isn't just a platform for updates, it's a record, a timeline, and sometimes, a confession. By analyzing what's missing and what remains, we can begin to piece together the hidden twin secrets. Darcey and Stacey may have built a brand of sisterhood, but there's evidence suggesting that brand may be more fragile than it appears. Small inconsistencies, sudden post removals, and cryptic live broadcasts all signal a shift. And it's that shift we are here to investigate. But before we move to the next part, remember this, everything you're about to hear is based on observation, patterns, and credible speculation. TLC Uncovered doesn't report rumors as facts, we follow the breadcrumbs and connect the dots. And what we've uncovered in the first part is just the beginning. As we move deeper into the twin secrets, we need to examine the digital trail left behind, and the trail that disappeared. Social media isn't just a collection of posts, it's a story told in snapshots, videos, and stories. And when pieces of that story vanish, it raises questions. Over the past few months, eagle-eyed fans noticed subtle deletions. Photos that once highlighted the sisters' outings together, moments of laughter, and carefully curated appearances are now gone. Even supportive comments that once celebrated Darcey's recent cosmetic procedures have quietly vanished. The hashtags that tagged twin life or sisters first are now inconsistent, almost non-existent. Why would this happen? Some suggest a simple purge of old content, but when you cross-reference these deletions with a brief, chaotic Instagram live, a pattern emerges. This live aired in the middle of the night, lasting barely a minute, and was deleted before most viewers could even react. Yet, the few who caught it reported a scene unlike any we've seen from the Silva twins, shaky camera angles, as if someone was trying to hide what was behind them. Packed bags in the background, not for travel, but arranged in a way that suggested urgency and emotional tone that didn't match typical reality TV drama. More panic, more fear than scripted crying. At TLC Uncovered, we managed to capture the last 10 seconds of this live broadcast. Observers reported a whispered line, "It's not supposed to happen this way," followed by a sudden cut. No one outside of this small group of viewers knows exactly what triggered the moment, but the implications are chilling. Now, let's introduce a key detail: the financial layer. While fans were distracted by cosmetic updates and lifestyle posts, there's a number that matters: $25,000. This is the approximate cost of the recent aesthetic procedures undertaken by both sisters. It's also suspiciously close to the reported tuition gap for certain college programs or potential investments in their brand. Could there be a connection? The theory gaining traction among insiders suggests that financial decisions may be driving some of the tension we're observing. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Observers noticed a stark contrast between what fans see and what the twins display in private. In public, it's perfect smiles, flawless posts, and social media synergy. Behind the camera? Deleted content, cryptic stories, and unspoken tension hint at a fragile sisterhood being tested in ways fans cannot see. The live snippet, the deleted posts, and the financial numbers all start to point toward a pattern. And patterns are the language of secrets. At TLC Uncovered, we believe these aren't isolated incidents, they are pieces of a much larger puzzle, a story about power, control, and hidden rivalries within the twin dynamic. Next, we'll explore theories circulating among insiders and fans. Some suggest that this tension may even involve third parties, producers, cosmetic professionals, or social media managers influencing the twins' public image. Others argue it's a natural evolution of sibling dynamics under constant public scrutiny. What becomes clear is this: the twin empire fans love to follow on screen has cracks, and those cracks are not random. They are deliberate, subtle, and increasingly visible to those who know where to look. And as we peel back this layer, one question emerges: what is TLC hiding, and why? Because if these moments were just normal sisterhood disagreements, they wouldn't be scrubbed from view or selectively broadcast. The selective editing, the removed posts, and the deleted live stream all suggest that TLC, and perhaps the twins themselves, to truly understand the hidden twin secrets, we need to look at the timeline of events leading up to this unusual silence and deleted content. Fans see the polished exterior, but behind the scenes, small decisions and interactions have been building tension for months. It begins 6 months ago, with a subtle shift in how Darcey and Stacey presented themselves online. What once was synchronized posting and mutual promotions slowly became staggered appearances. Photos of outings together became sparse. The twin life narrative weakened. Even promotional content started showing small cracks, smiles that didn't reach the eyes, minor gestures of irritation caught on video, fleeting comments that hinted at disagreements. Insiders suggest that one particular event triggered a noticeable change. A late-night conversation captured accidentally during a Zoom call, which fans never saw, reportedly ended with one sister storming off camera. Observers noted that the discussion involved financial contributions to the twin brand, disagreements over shared cosmetic procedures, and decisions about managing public appearances. While none of this was officially broadcast, subtle hints appeared in their content: stressed expressions, forced laughs, and unusually careful editing. Then came the Instagram Live, the one deleted almost immediately. TLC Uncovered analyzed the snippet frame by frame. The camera shake, the hurried background movements, and the whispered phrases all point to something urgent happening behind the scenes. Viewers might think it's drama over relationships or cosmetic choices, but the evidence suggests something more structural, more foundational, within their sisterly empire. Now, let's add a critical layer: brand investments and money flow. Fans often focus on appearances and drama, but the twins have been managing multiple revenue streams: social media promotions, cosmetic endorsements, and collaborations with lifestyle brands. Some sources close to the family suggest conflict over how funds are allocated. For example, one sister reportedly approved a luxury procedure costing over $25,000, while others shared expenses for the brand or family obligations went unaddressed. This financial discrepancy may seem small, but under the lens of long-term rivalry and control, it becomes significant. Fans familiar with Darcey and Stacey know that symbolic actions often carry more weight than the dollar amount. A cosmetic procedure is more than vanity, it's a display of autonomy, influence, and priority. And if one twin feels sidelined, it can spark subtle but powerful tension. In addition to financial stress, there's the emotional dimension. Observers point to patterns of parentification, codependency, and role reversal that have long defined the twin dynamic. For years, fans noticed that Darcey often acts impulsively, while Stacey seems to manage the fallout. This imbalance becomes more pronounced when private disputes arise, particularly involving decisions about public image, social media content, or even financial priorities. And this is where TLC Uncovered begins to connect the dots. The deleted content, live footage, financial choices, and subtle social media cues all point to a hidden rivalry, carefully managed behind the camera. It's a story that the show cannot fully display without exposing family vulnerabilities, internal disagreements, and possible manipulation of their twin brand. But there's more. Observers also noticed cryptic captions and stories posted by Stacey during this period, posts that seem unrelated on the surface but suggest a deeper awareness of events. Comments like "karma finds its way" or "truth comes out eventually" hint at an ongoing internal strategy, signaling that one twin may be positioning herself differently in anticipation of future exposure. At this point, the theory starts to crystallize. TLC may be aware of these tensions and has selectively edited the content to protect the twin narrative, while Darcey and Stacey navigate this silent storm in private. The combination of financial decisions, social media behavior, and subtle emotional cues paints a picture of a sisterhood under pressure, carefully curated for public consumption, but fragile behind the scenes. Now we arrive at the first major revelation in the hidden twin secrets, the mysterious content purge and its connection to undisclosed personal and professional decisions. Fans may have noticed sudden gaps in the twins' posting history, photos, videos, and even stories that once celebrated their bond have quietly disappeared. While this could appear mundane, TLC Uncovered believes this purge is intentional and deeply revealing. Deleted posts are not random, they often indicate a desire to erase certain narratives, especially those that could expose tension, rivalry, or controversial choices. The first clue comes from what we're calling the missing twin moments. These were posts that showed Darcey and Stacey celebrating personal milestones together, behind-the-scenes content, shared cosmetic updates, and subtle gestures of camaraderie. Every one of these posts disappeared within a 48-hour window. Why? Our theory suggests this wasn't just about privacy, it was damage control. In the weeks prior, insider discussions indicate that the sisters faced a disagreement over a joint cosmetic procedure and the associated financial responsibility. One sister allegedly proceeded with a costly procedure, while the other's input and preferences were ignored. The deleted content may have showcased visible frustration or disagreement, something TLC would rather not broadcast to maintain the twins' polished public image. The second revelation involves a cryptic Instagram live snippet captured by a few vigilant fans. While brief, it was highly revealing. The camera was held at odd angles, partially obscuring faces and surroundings. Background details hinted at hurried packing or a move, suggesting urgency. Whispers and clipped phrases suggested fear or frustration, not celebration. TLC Uncovered believes that this moment, erased from public view, captures the raw reality the show hides, disagreements over money, image, and authority that spill over into private spaces. Observers noted the urgency was not about travel, it was about control. Adding another layer, financial analysis provides further insight. Sources familiar with the twin brand suggest that $25,000 to $30,000 was spent on cosmetic enhancements, while simultaneously, funds for collaborative projects or shared obligations were reportedly withheld or mismanaged. It's a mismatch that fuels the theory of hidden tension and covert decision-making behind the camera. But the most revealing element comes from body language and subtle cues. By comparing the twins' public appearances with behind-the-scenes footage, TLC Uncovered noted, avoidance of eye contact during collaborative shoots, micro-expressions suggesting resentment or irritation, forced laughter or overemphasized reactions, typical signs of concealed conflict. All of these pieces, when combined, point to a sisterly rift that is carefully curated for the cameras. The narrative fans see is one of closeness, but the unseen story is far more complicated. And here's the twist. Insiders suggest that this tension may extend to strategic positioning in brand deals and sponsorships. One twin may be positioning herself as the stable and professional face of the brand, while the other navigates public drama. This subtle competition could explain the selective deletion of posts, the cryptic captions, and the brief, chaotic Instagram Live. At TLC Uncovered, we believe this hidden dynamic is the secret TLC has kept off-screen. It's the real engine behind many of the public arguments, seemingly minor disagreements, and subtle power plays that fans have noticed but never fully understood. This revelation sets the stage for the next layer, the emotional fallout. As we move forward in the story, we'll explore how the sisters' private conflicts are affecting their mental and emotional states, as well as the hidden strategies they employ to maintain their brand image while navigating real-life tension. Now that we've uncovered the first hidden twin secret, the content purge, financial tension, and behind-the-scenes rivalry, it's time to explore the emotional and strategic fallout. Within the twin empire, the deleted posts were more than just forgotten memories. They were evidence of underlying disagreements and emotional rifts. The Instagram Live snippet wasn't a minor mistake, it was a momentary crack in their public facade, revealing tension that rarely escapes private spaces. And the financial discrepancies we've highlighted? They aren't just numbers, they are symbolic, representing who has influence, who decides priorities, and who controls the twin narrative. Emotional fallout plays a critical role here. The twins' relationship, long admired for its closeness, is under pressure from public scrutiny, brand obligations, and personal ambitions. Trust is tested, and micro-behaviors, avoiding eye contact, forced smiles, subtle gestures, speak louder than words. TLC Uncovered believes these are the silent signals of a sisterly empire under strain. Strategically, both Darcey and Stacey are navigating the fine line between maintaining twin unity for the cameras and asserting personal autonomy behind the scenes. One twin may emerge as the brand leader, while the other consolidates private control over certain decisions, creating a delicate balance of power that fans rarely perceive. This unseen chess game explains the cryptic captions, sporadic posts, and selective storytelling. The twin empire is being managed with precision. So, what does this mean for fans and followers? It means that the twin life you see on screen is only half the story. TLC shows laughter, cosmetic transformations, and dramatic moments, but the real drama unfolds in the silent spaces, the deleted content, and the subtle power plays. Fans are witnessing a story of resilience, rivalry, and reinvention, all played out under the pressure of public scrutiny. And the final takeaway? Darcey and Stacey's twin secrets remind us that reality is rarely what it seems. Behind every laugh, every filter, and every synchronized post is a careful negotiation of trust, image, and influence. TLC Uncovered will continue to track these developments, connecting the dots that TLC leaves on the cutting room floor. If there's one thing to remember from today's investigation, it's this: the cameras eventually turn off, but the twin empire remains, and so do the hidden stories behind it. Darcey and Stacey are not just stars on a screen. They are women navigating identity, ambition, and sisterhood in the public eye. And the moments TLC doesn't air? Those are the ones that reveal the truth. At TLC Uncovered, We don't just watch the show, we expose the script, uncover the secrets, and connect the dots. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us as we continue to reveal what TLC doesn't want fans to see. The twin life is never just what meets the eye. We want to hear from you. Do you believe the hidden twin secrets we uncovered today? Was this the real reason behind the deleted posts and chaotic live? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because the conversation doesn't end here.